Dear students, you have listened to some lessons of mine. Today, particularly for 6th sem students, we'll think of some great personalities from the military point of view whose life study is very important. Today, we'll study the three personalities, Shivaji, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose and General Cariappa. First of all, let us have a discussion on Shivaji, how he was a great military personality. Shivaji, right from childhood, he was inspired by his mother Jijabai. She used to tell him the stories of great personalities, and his young mind was impressed by the great personality's life. And when Mughals were ruling over India, particularly when Aurangzeb was doing a lot of atrocities on Hindus, the only hope of saving Hinduism was Shivaji Maharaj. And he is regarded as one of the very predominant fighters to save Hinduism. When Mughals were very powerful in the North India, Mughal army also was very powerful and strong and a large army. Shivaji established a very small kingdom in Sahyadri Hills with a small group of Maratha soldiers. He planned how to fight with such a big army of Mughals. He planned a guerrilla warfare. Guerrilla warfare is such a small group which cannot fight a big army, and it has to find out a technique of hiding oneself and coming out irregularly and making sudden attack on the big armies when they are particularly resting. When they go for rest, suddenly making an attack and bringing loss of lives, carrying their weapons, and more than that, creating a fear in their mind when this small group will attack them is not known, because their attacks are not regular. Their attacks are not stereotyped. They are different times, in different places. This is how the guerrilla warfare became a very successful warfare for a small group of fighters against a big army. The same technique of Maharaja Shivaji was used by the Koreans and Vietnamese against the big armies, and they were very successful in fighting against the big and modern armies. For example, in Vietnam, America was fighting in favor of South Vietnam. The North Vietnamese were using the technique of guerrilla fight. For 20 years, the modernized army of America was totally unsuccessful against the North Korean fighters who were using the guerrilla warfare. And same with the North Korea also. Both North Korea and North Vietnam adopted the technique of Shivaji and they were successful. even during his lifetime, Afzal Khan from Adil Shahis, a military head, in the guise of having a peace talk, Afzal Khan was more than 6 feet height. He was sent for negotiations with Shivaji, having an underground plan to embrace and kill Shivaji then and there itself. But Shivaji, who is very cautious of history, he knew very well Dhritarashtra, when he wanted to embrace Bhima in Mahabharata, his plan was to kill Bhima by embracing him. Dhritarashtra was a very strong man, but the clue was given to Bhima. Krishna managed to keep an iron idol in front of Dhritarashtra, and that idol was brought to peace by the embrace of Dhritarashtra. This story was known to Shivaji very well, and he thought that Afzal Khan is a very strong man, and if he managed to play the trick of Dhritarashtra, I should not become a victim for that. With that, he agreed for the peace talk, and he used the tiger nails in his fingers. When Afzal Khan wanted to deceive Shivaji, when it was inevitable for Shivaji to save his life, with the help of tiger nails, he teared the stomach of Afzal Khan, and Afzal Khan fell down dead. This guerrilla warfare is used by many armies, particularly the small armies, whenever they have to fight against a big army. So Shivaji, in this way, he is a finder of new techniques of fighting, and he thinks very seriously. He is a very shrewd man also. When he was arrested by Aurangzeb, put into jail, and he planned to escape from the jail also. Such a shrewd person Shivaji was, and such shrewd minds are very, very essential when fighting the battles. Nowadays, Shivaji is worshipped as a savior of Hinduism in India, and he is a hero of many countries. Many countries worship Shivaji because he is the finder of guerrilla technique. Anyway, we should be proud of Shivaji. He was an honest man. He believed in the good things, and always he was ready to fight against the bad. If at all Hinduism is saved in India, it is because of Shivaji. And our young men should remember and worship such a person and learn something from his life, so that India may flourish with the ideas of Shivaji. I hope you got sufficient information regarding Shivaji. And now let us think of another great personality of our country, particularly during freedom fight, when the whole country was fighting against the Britishers to get freedom for the country. The Congress party was the leader. Many leaders were there in the Congress party, like Mahatma Gandhi, Tilak, Chittaranjan Das. So many people were there. Subhash Chandra Bose also was one of such leaders. The difference between the other leaders and Subhash Chandra Bose was Subhash Chandra Bose has completed his ICS degree from England. ICS degree is equal to today's IAS degree. In those days it was called ICS, that is Indian Civil Service. He passed the ICS degree, but he denied to accept the job under the British rule. He could have become a collector of a district. Directly, he could have been appointed as a district collector, but he rejected that. He plunged into the freedom fight. He fought along with Gandhiji, but his ideas were different from other Congress leaders. And he left the party and formed his own party, Forward Bloc. His opinions were differing from Mahatma Gandhi's opinion. Mahatma Gandhi said that we will get freedom by peaceful methods, by non-violence method, by non-cooperation method. But Subhash Chandra Bose was completely against Mahatma Gandhi's ideas. So he told, we should fight and get the freedom. By your means, Britishers will not give us freedom for another 100 years. That's why we should be prepared to fight against the British. But anyway, after leaving the Congress party, he was put under house arrest. But he made a plan in the guise of a LIC agent. He changed his name as a Muslim LIC agent. From house arrest, he was able to leave the country through Peshawar and went to Germany. In fact, his plan was to go to Russia. He is very history conscious. Any country which has got freedom, it is mainly with the help of a neighboring country. He thought that Russia will help us to get freedom, so he should go and negotiate with Russian government. But Russia did not allow him to enter Russia. Then inevitably he has to go to Germany, meet the Hitler. His intention in meeting Hitler was, an enemy is a friend. Enemy's enemy is a friend. Hitler was an enemy of Britishers. So he wanted to have friendship with Hitler, met him directly and told him his problem, that he wants to make India a free country and we want your assistance. Hitler agreed. Hitler gave him a radio station established in Berlin, and he made announcements, very powerful speeches, inspiring speeches to Indians all over the world. As a result, some other people also were inspired by Netaji's speech or Berlin radio. One of them is Ras Bihari Bose in Japan, and he requested Hitler the pose prisoners of war, the Indian soldiers who were captured as prisoners of war who were fighting in favor of Britishers. Hitler left them on the request of Subhash Chandra Bose, and he wanted to build an army to fight against the British. In the same way, Ras Bihari Bose in the eastern sector requested the Japanese government to liberate the pose captured by Japanese government. The large number of Indian soldiers were freed by Japan. Ras Bihari Bose formed a Indian National Army, INA. And then he requested Subhash Chandra Bose to come and take over the charge. When Subhash Chandra thought that there will be no much assistance given by the Hitler, he planned to go to Japan through submarine, which was a very risky travel. Through submarine from Germany, he came to Madagascar, and there he entered into Japan submarine. From Germany submarine to Japan submarine. It was a very risky task. Anyway, he did it. By then, Ras Bihari Bose has organized an army of posts. He made some efforts to organize all the Indians who were working in Indonesia, Singapore, and some eastern countries. Some businessmen also were there. He collected money from them, established a bank, established his own government, Indian government, to fight against the British. But he was successful in conquering some islands of Andaman Nicobar from the British hold. He was able to hoist the national flag there in the island. But due to heavy rainfall in Rangoon area, his army, INA, Indian National Army, was marching towards Delhi. His slogan was Delhi Chalo. His army was moving ahead with very little weapons with them. But nature did not support Subhash Chandra Bose. The heavy rainfall in Rangoon did not allow the army to move. They have to stop with many loss because of natural calamity. Then he wanted to go to Russia for the expected help that he can get from Russia. He started his journey in a plane, but near Taiwan, it is said that there was a plane crash. An announcement was made that Subhash Chandra Bose is dead. But still it is not confirmed. Even after the independence, many commissions were appointed to find out the truth of the plane crash and Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose death, which was declared on 18th August 1949. Subhash Chandra Bose died in a plane crash. But in Free India, 3 commissions were appointed. One in 1956, Shah Nawaz Commission. In 1970, G.D. Khosla Commission. And in 1999, A.K. Mukherjee Commission. But these commissions submitted the report to Government of India. Government of India did not take these commission reports very seriously. It is said that Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was not liked by Mr. Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India. And he never took interest in finding out the truth of the plane crash submitted by 3 commissions. But Netaji is dead. He is like Shivaji, he is also regarded as a best military planner. Even he established a ladies' wing also in the INA under the Captain Lakshmi leadership. That way he was able to such a tremendous organizing capacity, inspiring capacity. Bank also he established. His government was given recognition by America, Russia. Some few countries have given recognition to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's Indian government. Actually, the first Prime Minister of this country is Subhash Chandra Bose, not Jawaharlal Nehru. Many countries have given recognition to Subhash Chandra Bose Indian government, but still he remains in the heart of every Indian as a true son of India, like Shivaji. Both Shivaji and Subhash Chandra Bose are even today are regarded as the true sons of this soil. I hope you got sufficient information regarding Subhash Chandra Bose also. Let us go to the third personality, Field Marshal Cariappa. Field Marshal Cariappa is from Coorg, Karnataka. The people of Karnataka should be proud that Karnataka has given 3 generals to Indian Army. The first is General Cariappa, second one is General Timmayya, and third one is General Bevur from Bagalkot. Both Cariappa and Timmayya were from Coorg itself, and they were close relatives also. General Bevur is from Bagalkot. Means Karnataka has given 3 generals to Indian Army. Every person of Karnataka must feel pride that our state has given 3 generals to the Indian Army. General Cariappa joined the army when it was under British rule. And he is one of the few persons who joined the Quetta Staff College in 1933 before independence. Quetta is in present Pakistan. There is a military college for training the military officers. He is one of the few Indians to join the Quetta College, and he was commissioned, and in 1942 he became a lieutenant colonel, and in 1947 he became a major general. In 1948 appointed as the first commander-in-chief of Indian Army, and he was retired in 1953 and served as a High Commissioner to many countries like Australia, and he did lot of improvements in the Indian Army for the benefit of soldiers. And he started a league of retired soldiers unions, so that they can get the benefits. This is all Cariappa did during his tenure. But the important thing Cariappa wanted to do, he suggested Indian government in 48 when the Pakistani army forcibly acquired some portion of our Kashmir. He told Jawaharlal Nehru, our Prime Minister, give 3 days time to our army. We will take back whatever the Pakistanis have taken from us. If you give 1 week time, we will see that there will be no Pakistan on the world map. These were the words of General Cariappa told to Nehru, but Nehru did not agree to whatever Cariappa said. There was another suggestion given by Cariappa to Nehru. There was always a nuisance from Nagas to Indian Army. Nagas are well trained to fight in the forest areas. They were using bows and arrows, particularly the arrows tipped with poison, hitting the soldiers and killing them. So Nagaland had become a very great problem to Indian Army. The Naga terrorists were fighting against the Indian army. Then also Cariappa has given a suggestion. We will bombard the whole area, Nagaland area. The whole forest will be burned and there will be no place for Nagas to hide. You can acquire it easily. And within 20 years you will be able to grow the forest once again. This was the suggestion given by General Cariappa, but Nehru did not agree. With these suggestions, Nehru thought that General Cariappa is a very dangerous person to Parliament, for an elected government, particularly to him also. By the time in Pakistan, General Ayub Khan has taken over the Pakistani government and became a military ruler. Incidentally, General Cariappa and Ayub Khan were classmates in Quetta College. Perhaps Jawaharlal Nehru thought that Cariappa also may take over the whole parliament and he may become a dictator of India. This was the fear perhaps to Nehru. And that's why instead of extending his service for another 3 years, and he was sent on retirement in 1953. Anyway, the whatever services General Cariappa has done to the country is worth remembering, and he was attributed with many medals. He participated in Second World War. King's medals were given, and Agra University has given him an honorary doctorate degree. Britain, USA, Nepal have also honored General Cariappa. Even in his old age also, after retirement, he never took rest. He went to each and every school and college and inspired the young people for the service of the nation. That job he did continuously till his death. In 1971, when we had a conflict with Pakistan, resulted in liberation of East Pakistan, renamed as a Bangladesh, General Manik Shah was the head of the army. After the success, when the Pakistani 93,000 soldiers surrendered to Indian army, there was a tradition in Indian army, the field marshal's rank should not be given to the person who is still in service. As a matter of fact, Manik Shah was given field marshal's rank on the day of his retirement. Then many people proposed, why not General Cariappa also should be given a field marshal rank, as he is retired also. That way General Cariappa became field marshal in 1986. The first field marshal from Indian army is Manik Shah, Sham Manik Shah, and second field marshal is General Cariappa, who was honoured with Field Marshal in 1986. But with all worthy service, worthy retired life, he associated with the Indian army till his death on 15th May 1993. Field Marshal Cariappa departed from the motherland, and he is one of the greatest patriotic soldier remembered forever. So this is the the inspiring life of General Cariappa, which will be inspiring each and every soldier, NCC cadet, and any young man who is a patriot. General Cariappa, Field Marshal Cariappa, is one of the persons who tried ever to creating patriots in this country. I hope you got sufficient information regarding Field Marshal Cariappa. Memorize these three great personalities. Try to acquire some qualities of these great personalities, particularly the students of 6th semester. And not only these three persons, there are many people, military personalities we have. General Chaudhary, who did his wonderful work while the state of Hyderabad, when Nizam wanted to have a separate state. General Jain Chaudhary also did a wonderful work. Not only Indians, but there are many, the generals in the world during World War II and First. Many military commanders have done a wonderful job. Not only the great personalities, there are havaldars, majors, colonels, even soldiers have done a wonderful contribution to the Indian Army, have become a source of inspiration to the young people and NCC cadets. Study all those people who have fought for India, who have got military bent of mind to save this country. I hope you have understood everything, whatever I wanted to say. Thank you one and all.